Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can, with this particular project, set up your own ICO just with a few simple clicks from the graphic user interface wallet. This will become really easy for individuals and organizations to create all sorts of cryptocurrency-based projects. Now, before I go into that, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, join my announcements Telegram channel, and if you're watching this on YouTube, come over to BitTube, because that's where I post my videos first. And this is because of YouTube shadow banning. My views are way down on YouTube. So I'd really appreciate it if you are watching on YouTube and on BitTube, please like, upvote, share, spread the word. It really does support me. Thank you. There is a crazy altcoin season going on, right? Altcoins are going to be jumping and pumping, and some of them are going to be dumping, and you want to know which ones are going to be flying. Now, at this point, I would recommend you take a look at token metrics and how they use artificial intelligence and human intelligence to pick out the top picks. Now, if you use my link in the description below, it'll help you find the best altcoins to invest in over a day period, a week period, a month period, and longer, or to trade in. And you can see the results that they've produced, like ridiculous results. Use my link, you'll get a 7 days free trial, and you can try it out. And there are already a couple of projects that are under the radar that I have found out about through token metrics that have quietly been doing very well indeed. Now, this video is based on an article by Meza. He's one of the team at VerisCoin, and I would invite you to go and join the Discord channel and get involved and do your own due diligence. This really is an amazing, unbelievable project. I don't know of any other project that's like this, and if you do know, please let me know. So one of the great things about cryptocurrency and blockchain is it allows anybody to find a market, create a product, and that blockchain product is there as long as the market exists. It's not held back by anyone or anything with opposing vested interests. And that's due to the decentralized, censorship-resistant nature of the blockchain. Now, Meza goes on to make the point that innovation always comes from the bottom up, never from the top down, and that we cannot expect innovation from already established companies. We can't expect them to adopt blockchain technology that is open, borderless, neutral, and censorship resistant. Now, I agree with him that centralization reduces the opportunities and occasions for real innovation to take place. And I think that's because of all sorts of structural and political reasons. Large organizations get stuck in their own bureaucratic procedures where there needs to be lots of approval and permission granted before anything can be taken on. And also because of their desire to maintain their particular advantage. You know, they're set up in a particular way, so they want to stay that particular way. And they lose sight of what it was that got them there in the first place. Now here, Meza says the future of cryptocurrency will be single-purpose blockchains. What does he mean by single-purpose blockchains? Well, imagine a blockchain that could do anything and everything, that provided liquidity for the coins and the tokens on that blockchain to be exchanged freely with each other in a peer-to-peer decentralized manner. Imagine a blockchain that allowed you to carry out all sorts of funding raises where you were able to set your own parameters. Imagine a blockchain that allowed you to secure the tokens and coins of other blockchains. Imagine a blockchain that was resistant to 51% attacks. Imagine a blockchain that had transparency plus privacy features and allowed you to choose between them. Imagine a blockchain that allowed people to mine on a CPU as easily and as freely as they could on a GPU or FPGA. Imagine a blockchain that allowed hybrid mining and staking. Imagine a blockchain where all the rewards from all the transaction fees were shared between all the stakers and the miners. Imagine a blockchain where there is no centralized control or authority. Imagine a blockchain which is fully decentralized and open source. This is what this blockchain is about. So what is a single-purpose blockchain? Well, a single-purpose blockchain is a blockchain that has many functions, that is able to do, all sorts of things. Imagine a blockchain that had smart contract functionality that didn't require specialist coding language to be able to use. Imagine a blockchain that was able to communicate and transact freely with other blockchains. Now imagine you've got a great crypto project in mind, right? How would you start? And you have all sorts of questions that you've got to consider. You've got to consider, how are you going to get funding to get your project going? Do you want to do an ICO? What about the legal ramifications of that? How do you do a pre-mine? What should you have a pre-mine? What's a reasonable amount for a pre-mine? How do you allocate and create a pre-mine? How do you get a blockchain running with enough miners? Especially if you're a small project with no or very little funding, how are you going to get people involved in that? How will you get liquidity in your coin? So look, getting funding for a project is always tricky. How do you organize receiving the funds? And how to organize the sending of the coins in return without having to deal with any liability issues? What if the minimum funding goal wasn't reached? Or what if it was so successful that it went over the maximum funding goal? You'd be sitting on a pile of crypto that you'd have to send back manually. Lots of work, lots of moving parts, many things can go wrong. How about all the legal matters? ICO, IEO, private investors, trusting third parties. How do you deal with all of that? And then when you're building a product on a blockchain, an actual chain is needed. How do you start with that? So getting your project started through the various platforms will be a breeze. With just a few clicks, you could be on your way, saving yourself a lot of brain energy best spent elsewhere on the development of your product. Verus gives you the possibility to get funding, instant liquidity, a secure blockchain, all in a decentralized, trustless way. What you can do with VerusCoin is do a quick starter-like launch for your blockchain. You can set minimum and maximum funding goals, and if the goal is reached, the blockchain starts and everyone gets the coins they paid for. If the minimum isn't reached, then everything gets paid back automatically. And this includes if they're paying in other cryptocurrencies from another blockchain, like if they're paying in ETH or Bitcoin, those funds will get returned. You can choose to create a reserve currency blockchain, meaning there will always be liquidity for your coin, and all the funds from your quick starter launch will go into the liquidity pool. If you want to set up a pre-mine, no problem, you can choose your amount. If your project is interesting, it's highly likely it will get picked up by the thousands of miners that already are on the VerusCoin ecosystem, because then they get to maximize their profits. They can mine up to 22 chains simultaneously. And if the miners need a little extra motivation, you can add some VerusCoin to sweeten the pot. You now have a chain running that is decentralized and protected against 51% attacks. You can do a Kickstarter-like launch for your blockchain. You can set minimum and maximum funding goals. If the goal is reached, the blockchain starts and everyone gets the coins they paid for. If the goal isn't reached, then everyone gets paid back automatically through the blockchain. You don't have to do anything. It's able to determine who sent what, the target wasn't met, and send it back automatically. Now, this is the case if they pay in VerusCoin, or if they pay in ETH or Bitcoin or Komodo or some other blockchain for where there are already bridges for interoperability between VerusCoin and that chain. Now, this is just a tiny amount of what VerusCoin is capable of. VerusCoin is capable of a whole lot more, including the capacity to create identities like CryptoRich@, where I can use to secure my VerusCoin assets, but also I can use that to secure my Bitcoin and Ethereum and ERC20 assets. Now I'm going to continue covering this project. I think it's an amazing project. It's in testnet right now. You can try out a lot of these features yourself. You get free testnet coins. You download the VerusCoin wallet from veruscoin.io. I'll have the links in the description below. Sorry, the crows are noisy this morning. Go join the Discord group, ask questions, and between now and when and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, and between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.